Top 10 Netflix Action Movies. Want to watch your favorite action movie right now on Netflix? But which one to choose and which one is best? You can't decide? Guys, Netflix is full of the best movies in each genre. And if we talk specifically about action movies full of suspense, action, thriller, and marvelous graphics are there provided by Netflix. So stick to the end of the video to choose the best one and your favorite among them. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel Netflix Tops, where we tell you all about the top rated movies and series on Netflix. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of the video, because in today's video, we are going to list down the top 10 Netflix action movies. So let's get started. Number 10. A 2020 French action film is titled Rouge City. It is directed and written by Olivier Marchal and starring Lannick Gautry, Stanislas Merhar, Belle and Kaaris. It was released on Netflix on October 30th, 2020. Rouge City is based on a true story. The movie revolves around the main lead, Paul Maranzano, who visits his wife in the hospital and suffocates her with a pillow to put her out of her misery. At a party, a gang executes a handful of the attendees. Rizzo hides his bulletproof vest in a freezer. Costa interviews Rizzo, asking if he is right-handed or left-handed, only to bang his head, choke Rizzo, murder him, and plant the gun in his hand. Willie Kaplian gets drunk and drives away with a female officer, only to get shot at by an unknown assailant. Fearing that Will lose his job, Richard Brodsky volunteers to take the blood test in his place. The police force engage themselves in a battle between an unknown enemy, after which incriminating evidence is found against Will, resulting in him committing suicide. The film ends with the police force being murdered. Number 9. Based on the video game franchise of the same name and a reboot of the Mortal Kombat film series, Mortal Kombat is a 2021 martial arts fantasy film. The film follows Cole Young, a washed-up mixed martial arts fighter, who goes on a dangerous journey to find out about his hidden lineage and save everyone from an assassin Sub-Zero hunting him down. In the movie, an MMA fighter, Cole Young, after having an encounter with Sub-Zero, fears for his family's safety and goes in search of Sonya Blade at the direction of Jax, a Special Forces major, who bears the same strange dragon marking Cole was born with. Soon, he finds himself at the temple with Lord Raiden, an elder god and the protector of Earthrealm, who grants sanctuary to those who bear the mark. Here, Cole trains with experienced warriors Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and rogue mercenary Kano, as he prepares to stand with Earth's greatest champions against the enemies of Outworld in a high-stakes battle for the universe. Number 8. A 2019 Chinese science fiction film directed by Frank Guo is titled The Wandering Earth. The film is based on the 2000 novel The Wandering Earth by Liu Cixin. The film grossed $699 million worldwide and was titled the best movie with amazing concept. The film follows a group of astronauts and rescue workers guiding the Earth away when the sun is dying out. The Earth will soon be engulfed by the inflating sun. To save the human civilization, scientists draw up an escape plan that will bring the whole human race from danger. With the help of thousands of infusion-powered engines, the planet Earth will leave the solar system and embark on a 2,500-year journey to the orbit of a star 4.5 light-years away. Number 7. A 2019 American fantasy action-adventure film Jumanji: The Next Level is directed by Jake Kasdan. It is a sequel to 2017's Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, which is the second follow-up to the 1995 Jumanji, and is the fourth installment in the Jumanji franchise. The gang is back, but the game has changed. The film's plot takes place 2 years after Welcome to the Jungle, in which the same group of teenagers, along with an old friend and 2 unwitting additions, become trapped in Jumanji once again. As they return to Jumanji to rescue one of their own, they discover that nothing is as they expect. The players will have to brave parts unknown and unexplored, from the arid deserts to the snowy mountains, in order to escape the world's most dangerous game. Number 6. From the producers of Lucy and the Taken trilogy, The Transporter Refuel is a fresh personification of the iconic role of Frank Martin that launched the high-octane franchise into the present day and introduces it to the next generation of thrill seekers. The film was a box office success, grossing $72 million worldwide. Frank Martin, played by newcomer Ed Skrein, a former special ops mercenary, is now living a less perilous life, or so he thinks, transporting classified packages for questionable people. When Frank's father pays him a visit in the south of France, their father-son bonding weekend takes a turn for the worse when Frank is engaged by a cunning femme fatale, Anna, and her 3 seductive sidekicks to orchestrate the bank heist of the century. Frank must use his covert expertise and knowledge of fast cars, fast driving, and fast women to outrun a sinister Russian kingpin. And worse than that, he is thrust into a dangerous game of chess with a team of gorgeous women out for revenge. Number 5. Based on the true events and the experience, Sandcastle is a 2017 American war drama film directed by Fernando Combria and written by Chris Rosner. It was released on April 21, 2017 on Netflix. The story is about a soldier enlists just before 9/11. He is not a brave man, simply volunteering to defend freedom. Arriving in Iraq in 2003, just after the occupation of Baghdad, with a few soldiers of his infantry platoon, he is sent to provide water to a village whose infrastructure was destroyed. Simple things, however, such as water transportation, water distribution, and the reconstruction of the plumbing, became a challenge in a war environment. Number 4. A 2020 Dutch World War II film directed by Matthijs van Heijnsen Jr. is titled The Forgotten Battle. This film was widely praised because it depicts the Battle of Schlitten in 1944. It was also a major hit and a box office success, as the film is rated 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and 8 out of 10 on IMDb. The film is set in September 1944. The Allies have captured the port of Antwerp, but the Germans still control the Schlitten estuary, preventing supplies reaching Antwerp and the Allied forces. Walcheren Island is key to the Germans' defense. Operation Market Garden is launched, hoping to penetrate directly into Germany via Arnhem in Holland. A glider from this operation is forced to crash land in Walcheren, leaving a handful of British troops trapped behind enemy lines. Meanwhile, a Dutch teenager accidentally kills 3 Germans, causing a tragic chain of events. On the German staff is a Dutch soldier who now starts to question where his loyalties lie. Number 3. Based on Doug Stanton's non-fiction book Horse Soldiers, 12 Strong is a 2018 American action war film directed by Nikolai Fuglasik and written by Ted Talley. The film is one of the highest-grossing films at the time of its release, and with that, it has won several awards as well. In the wake of September 11th, Captain Mitch Nelson leads a U.S. Special Forces team into Afghanistan for an extremely dangerous mission. Once there, the soldiers develop an uneasy partnership with the Northern Alliance to take down the Taliban and its al-Qaeda allies. Outgunned and outnumbered, Nelson and his forces face overwhelming odds in a fight against a ruthless enemy that takes no prisoners. Number 2. A 2016 3D military science fiction film, supernatural horror fantasy, and action-adventure thriller war film is titled Spectral. The film is directed by Nick Matthew and written by Ian Fry. The film was a major hit, as it is rated 80% on Rotten Tomatoes and 9 out of 10 on IMDb. Civil unrest in the European country of Moldova has U.S. forces engaging the insurgents. However, there is a new threat who has decided that both are their enemies. The new threat resides in an alternative spectrum that makes themselves invisible to the naked eye and instant death to anyone confronting them. Locals believe that they are spirits of war, but others believe they are superior arms technology fabricated by the Moldova government. Number 1. Another major hit of the pandemic summer was the movie titled Old Guard, which hit Netflix in July 2020. This movie tuned in 78 million viewers with a sterling 80% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Andy, played by Charlize Theron, appears to be another in a long line of tough action heroes, steely, determined, and not to be trifled with. While Andy resembles those previous roles on the surface, in Gina Prince Adoption by the Woods of Greg Rucka's comic book, Theron becomes something far more fascinating. A tortured godlike creature, an immortal who has spent centuries attempting to save humanity, but is beginning to wonder if it was all worth it. Theron hooks you in and doesn't let go. And this brings us to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on today's video? Share with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.